Yo, what is going on, guys? Ralph's here. Hope you're doing super well. Today we are back talking about some new game modes, possibly or possibly not. Let's get into it. Alright, so first thing today, I wanted this video to initially be like a different competitive game mode, like maybe capture the flag, and I kind of started looking into it, and I was like, what could we do? Could we change some stuff up? And then just kind of after pondering the community, talking with some people, I've kind of come to the consensus that it can't really happen. Like, okay, let's just say there was a capture flag. All right, we would have, like, it would have to be different from Rainmaker. Like, I was thinking, okay, you got the flag, you can't use your weapon like at all, you can just swim, and your team has to like get you back. So like you get their flag, so there's two objects, you get the flag from their base and then you bring it back to your base, but like you're super slow, which turns like all gunfights into like a 3v4 because you're like holding the flag. So it takes you at least like 20 seconds to get back to your base. You know, the flag's in the enemy's base, you gotta pull it back over. Kind of basic capture the flag stuff. People can see you where you are at all times if you're carrying the flag. Basic capture the flag stuff, but that's, I mean, I don't know, it's just only a little different from Rainmaker. I mean, it would be different, but it's not completely different like Clam Blitz is to Rainmaker, and Rainmaker is to Splat Zones and Tower Control and all that. Like, those are completely different. There are other game modes that could exist, okay? Obviously there's some meme ones, like I saw someone suggested. It was called like Absolute Mayhem, where like every single mode was happening at once, and you would just get points for like riding the tower, pushing the Rainmaker. It's like also Turf War and Clam Blitz. It would just be, that would be kind of a good meme mode if they ever did that. Just like a day where they're like, oh yeah, we got this random jank mode in here and you guys can play it, which it would be kind of interesting, but I mean, it would not be competitive to any level or degree at all. I thought that maybe there could be like a kind of like a Valorant or Rainbow Six where there was like multiple rounds and it was just to like eliminate the enemy team or capture the objective, kind of, but the map is too open for that. Kind of capture the objective a little bit, like you'd have to go on the one team side who's like already waiting there, which is weird because like the map's already symmetrical. The one team would have to spawn in the middle and then the other team would have to approach, but then like it's super easy to die, so it just wouldn't really work. And even if you did camping stuff, like this game's not really made to camp, it's made to move and, you know, splat it up to the sun and the moon. And that's just not what this is. I saw that SRB2 dude, he posted a video talking about how Team Deathmatch was not a mode, which I think I did that too. Team Deathmatch in Splatoon 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. Definitely not 2 or 1, possibly 3. But let's get into it. A lot of people have been asking for this mode, even though it's kind of in the game. We'll get into it in a second, but there's been a bunch of Reddit posts, Nintendo forums, people asking, hey, why is there not a Team Deathmatch mode? And we are going to get right into it. First thing is, Turf War is actually pretty similar to if Team Deathmatch were a mode. So let's say they add it and you'd be like, okay, you know, they added it, alright? Let's just say they added the mode. Boom, it's in the game. Boom, got Team Deathmatch. Probably going to be not a competitive because it's not going to be like a ranked game. It'll be like a regular, maybe on rotation. But, okay, whatever. We'll get into it. And it'll probably be a little cancer because there might be camping or maybe teaming. And maybe even you're going to have to have 8 different colors. So people can just camp in like the corners of the map, which kind of makes this game cancer. Because, okay, you can just spawn anywhere, but then you could get overwhelmed by your own ink. I mean, that's why they have the bases with the protected zones, because you can get pushed back decently far. So, but I mean, that's just in regular mode. But having 8 people and possibly them teaming up on other colors, it would just be like the game isn't really made for Team Deathmatch. I mean, like, you could have it, but there would just be a lot of things that would be not really good with it. It wouldn't be a fine mode. And I don't know, I feel like it would kind of get boring. I mean, like, okay, yeah, it's cool, but people might just run E-leaders. Like, no one's gonna use a freaking arrow spray or a Spluto-matic. Alright, no one's gonna do that. It's gonna be K-Pro, full damage up, and E-leaders, alright. Maybe some boozles, or, I don't know, ballpoints. Just full range. No one's really, like, doing anything. They're just, could be using, I mean, ink mines could be used, but, like, it's just kind of cancer, you know? Other people suggested, what about like a free-for-all, you know? Maybe, you know, instead of like Team Deathmatch, free-for-all would just be a bunch of camping and teaming, but Team Deathmatch could be like it's a team, you know, so it's only 2 teams, and you could have a base, which could be decent. But again, it's kind of just like camping, you know, like you can still sit in one thing, and then it's just like if no one dies, like you win, you know. It's like that's not the case. Like maybe okay, you can just take out any base and like spawn randomly on one side and then just go ham, but still I mean, people do camp in Call of Duty, which is just gay, but that's what it does. But I don't think the game was really made to camp. It's more movement and, you know, get out there and win that medal. Also, I think Nintendo would specifically want to avoid, you know, the mode even in general, because of just the way it portrays the game mode, because it's team deathmatch, you know, like it doesn't even sound, you know, like PG, you know, Splatoon. That's kind of what it is. They insist of you referring to splats instead of kills or KOs, which KOs is even that bad. They still use splats instead. Some people even thought of maybe you could do like a little balloon battle thing if you're doing free for all, kind of like in the, I think it was the original Splatoon, where you had split screen, like one person would use the gamepad and the other person would use the pro controller kind of thing, and then you would like just get more balloons. But then also like that could work, like maybe you have 4 people on like a larger map, maybe like Port Mackerel or something, and you can kind of get everywhere. Or that could be a mode. That might be a regular mode. It would be, I don't know, like not like, you know, Mario Kart balloon battle, but like you're trying to pop balloons and those power-ups. That could actually work. That wouldn't be too bad. And maybe there's only like a set few weapons, like you just get like, it's kind of like a Salmon where you just get the weapon and then it's always a splat bomb, and then they choose this, like you don't even get a special weapon. It's just like you collect them by hitting boxes and like the things respawn and stuff. And I think the whole point of Splatoon is kind of be different from the, you know, quote unquote conventional first person shooter, because that's what they're trying to do, trying to mix it up. You know, we're not trying to they're not trying to just have the same game, you know, they're trying to mix it up, not, you know, completely reinvent a game, but also keep what people like that style of games. They're like, okay, we're gonna take that, we like what we got here, but let's change it. And that's what they did, because even any game mode with kills or splats being the priority, it's still, I mean, they could still do that, but I feel like that's kind of what Turf War is, because it's still like, even if you're playing Turf War and you get kills, like that's just better, because then the other people aren't just good. I mean, obviously you're not going for kills, but like if you encounter somebody in Turf War, you shouldn't run away, you should kill them, obviously, unless you know you're gonna die, but then you're just gonna be a piece of dookie at the game forever. So you should go out there and try to take some peeps down, because if you kill them, then you get all of their space. I mean, not like all their space like before, but like all of that area that you were like, I don't know, fighting in, that's your potential ink coverage. So that game still does rely on splats. I would probably say it's, you know, majority, like you could go the whole game without killing somebody, you could just run away, but that's kind of just very passive aggressive, and it just wouldn't really be that good. I mean, people still probably do it, but he also talked about how he had a basically predicted Clam Blitz. He's talking about like how you collect eggs and then you put it into like a container or basket. Basically, it's basically just that's just Clam Blitz, just a little bit different, same exact thing, not really any different, to be honest. So I don't know, I've heard some, like I've saw a lot of just jank game modes. I mean, Battle Royale, they could do that. That is very different. That's not like any other mode at all. That's the only one, but it's not like a split, you know, it's not like thing. It's they could maybe put a little twist on it. It would be hard for them to do that. It wouldn't be like, that's not like a Splatoon mode, like a 4v4, you know, like all these ones we're talking about are 4v4. That's not 4v4. And we're talking about how free for all would kind of be jank, with all like the ink, the different ink colors and all that, which would be definitely jank. I don't really know like what else they could do. I mean, when Splatoon 3 or if Splatoon 3 comes out, I don't know if they're gonna have any other modes. Okay, I hope they come out with new weapons. Not gonna lie, I do think some weapons need some couple need some nerfs, especially the umbrellas. This was kind of a shorter video. I don't know if this video is going to be, tell me what you guys think. If you got any good ideas that I just completely passed over, or something I've just small brained and you know completely it's gonna be super epic, comment down below. Okay, please give me some decent ideas. Road to maybe 500 subs. I don't know if when this comes out, hopefully, I mean, we're like 10 away, dude, so hopefully maybe we road to 600. You know what, screw it, just road to 600. Okay, in the future I think I'm planning on making videos about what weapons you should choose for like a specific map, so you know what like to use. I feel like people know use words well decently, but and as my boy Wolfless says, watch out, watch out. Peace.